Hi, my name is Kim. I'm a third year IV nursing student. Today I'm going to show you how to reconstitute, dilute, and administer an IV medication via the CIVA pump. First thing I need to do is do my hand hygiene, and I would have compared my physician's order with my MAR to ensure that the order has been transcribed properly. Now I'm just going to review my information such as patient's name, diagnosis, and allergies. So I have here my patient is for Erica ear, and she has pneumonia right now, and she's allergic to shellfish. And I already would have pulled up my medication from the Pixis machine prior, but for the purpose of the video, I have it on hand. So I'm going to do my first med check with my MAR and my medication. So patient Erica, MRN 0091314, born May 5th, 1980, with Dr. J. Ames. Again, he has pneumonia, allergies is shellfish. Current medication, Penicillin G. Penicillin G, right dose is 2.5 million units. We have a 5 million unit vial, so we can pull it from here. And right is IV. It does indicate that it's IM or IV is only, so we can give that. And right time frequency is every 6 hours. So it hasn't been given yet, and we can give that now. I'm checking integrity of the vial, noting that it's still intact, there's no cracks, and it's not expired. Now I'm going to move on to my parenteral drug monograph. So for Penicillin G sodium, it's classified as an antibiotic. This is indicated for our patient, and it's appropriate because my patient again has pneumonia caused by a bacterial infection. It can be given by a nurse or student who's closer to me, so that's good. Dosage usually is 2 to 4 million units IV or IM every 46 hours with a maximum single dose of 5 million units, maximum daily dose 30 million units. If I go back to my MAR, I know that my order dose is 2.5 million units, so since it's well below the maximum single dose and maximum daily dose, it's safe to give. Reconstitution, dilution, and administration is applied as a 1, 5, and 10 million unit vial. I have a 5 million vial here. So for 5 million units, I need to inject sterile water, normal saline, or D5W, 8.2 milliliters in my vial for a volume of 10 ml and a final concentration of 500,000 units per milliliters. Now I already prepared my normal saline. I use normal saline because the CIVA pump was already regulating with normal saline, so normal saline is compatible with normal saline. I'm also going to use a normal saline bag later on, so I will indicate that later on. If I check compatibility here as well, it's compatible with normal saline, D5W, dextrosaline, so that's good with that. And I'm checking integrity of the vial. It's 10 ml, there's no cracks, it's not broken, not expired, so I can use that. And I'm also looking at my potential hazards. So my patient can develop a rash, electrolyte imbalances, so dehydration, as well as hypersensitivity, so it can be an allergic reaction and coronary seizures. So you want to look out for those. Now I'm just going to get my medication supplies ready. So for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to swab for 30 seconds and let dry for 15. I'm just going to quickly demonstrate that. But every time I say that, I will just demonstrate that quickly for the video. So I'm swabbing the tops for 30 seconds, let dry for 15. And now I'm going to get my syringe ready. So I needed a 10 ml syringe for 8.2 that I'm withdrawing. So I'm going to maintain sterile technique, ensuring that I'm not touching the ends. And I'm also going to use my blend fill, bringing it back to make sure it's kept sterile. And now I'm going to get my 8.2 ml of air. This is to create a positive pressure in with our system. So 8.2 of air. And this is still clean, so I'm just going to instill it in here. This makes it easier for me to pull up my medication. So I'm going to get my 8.2, letting gravity do its job. Okay. Just going to pull up a little excess, and I'm going to put my cap back on using the scoop method to maintain sterility of the tip of my syringe and to ensure that I'm not doing any needle prick injuries. I'm just going to tap to get rid of air bubbles to prevent any air embolisms that can cause pain or discomfort for my patient. And so there's no air bubbles. I'm just going to recalibrate that to 8.2. And I would have put the rest of the fluids in the sink. So here I have 8.2. Now I know that my medication is still not contaminated at the top, so I'm just going to inject it in. And I'm going to let the air rise from my syringe so I can have that pressure back from that vial. And to ensure I'm not losing any more medication, I'm going to recap again. Method. And I'm going to mix the medication between my palms to ensure that the medication has been mixed accurately and I'm not drawing up any air bubbles. I'm also not shaking to ensure that it's not contaminated the top of my vial and the inside of my vial. So that's good. I've reconstituted that. And for reconstitution, I've already calculated my calculations prior to the skills demo for the purpose of this video. So here I have dosage divided by dosage on hand. So I needed 2.5 million units divided by my concentration of 500,000 units to give me 5 mLs that I have to pull up. So I don't know if this has been contaminated, so I'm going to quickly swab for 30 seconds again and let dry for 15. Okay, now I'm going to get my 5 mLs. So I'm going to get 5 mLs of air again, and cap, and I'm going to put the pressure in and then get my medication. I'm going to grab a little bit more excess so I can recalibrate later on. I'm going to recap. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the air bubbles. Make sure there's no more air bubbles. I'm going to recalibrate. Again, I put this in the sink. Okay, so that's my 5 mLs from the syringe that I calculated. Now I'm going to do my second med check with my MAR medication and my syringe. So here I have ear Erica. It's for ear Erica. I already confirmed when I reviewed with my MAR earlier. And right medication, Penicillin G. Penicillin G, I have the right dosage of 2.5 million units, which I calculated that to be 5 mLs from the vial. Right route is IV. It does say I can give it IV from the vial, so I can give that. And right time frequency is every 6 hours. It hasn't been given yet, so I can give that right now. Okay, so I finished doing my second med check. Now I'm going to move on to my diluent portion. So to know that, I have to refer to my CIVA chart. So I'm going to my CIVA chart. And for Penicillin G, I know that for my order dose of 2.5 million units, I need 25 mLs in a 30 ml syringe, and running at normal speed at 29 minutes. So I'm just going to write that here so I'm sure. Okay, and here I already have my diluent prepared. So I choose to do normal saline again. Just gonna flip to my CIVA chart. I chose to do normal saline because the CIVA pump was already running with normal saline, so normal saline is compatible with normal saline. Also, it's compatible with my medication, and as well as it's compatible from my parenteral drug monograph. I also want to go and give it for 29 minutes because that's what it indicates on the CIVA. I also want to make sure that I have enough time to fix any IV-related complications should those arise. And I'm also choosing a 25 ml bag because of my calculations, which I'll show you in the meantime. And as well, I'm going to show you it's going to be at normal speed. So for the purpose of the video, I already calculated the amount of diluent I need. So since my total volume was 25 mLs and I have 5 mLs from the syringe, I'm subtracting it to give me a total of 20 mLs that I need to pull up from this 30 milliliter syringe. So I'm going to do that now. So here I'm seeing the bag, it's intact. There's no sediment or anything. There's no leaks, and it's not expired yet. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swab for 30 seconds again and let dry for 15 to clean my port, maintaining sterility.
Just to make sure it goes in the medication. And I think that is about it.
Okay, now I'm going to get my 30 ml syringe as indicated by the CIVA. I'm going to maintain sterility, wing it back, and I'm going to put on my blend fill. This would have been not opened yet, so I'm going to wing it back to ensure sterility. Okay, and now I'm just going to collect my 20 mLs of fluid, making sure not to puncture the bag. So I'm going to get my 20 mLs. This can go into med waste, as well as these two. These can go into med waste. I'm going to recap doing the scoop method and to take out any bubbles again to prevent any air embolism, which cause pain or discomfort for my patient. And I'm going to know that there's no air bubbles, so I'm going to recalibrate the 20 mLs again, putting it with the sink. To recalibrate it to 20 mLs. Now that I know I have my 20 mLs, I'm going to put the plunger down so I have enough room to install my other medication. I'm going to put this in the sharps container, and I'm going to grab my syringe, so maintaining sterile technique, then cap. This goes in the sharps container, and I'm going to install my medication. Okay, and this would go in the sharps. I wouldn't recap it. And now since it's a CIVA, I'm going to get a blue cap. So I have here my blue cap. I'm going to make sure it's my 25 ml total. So I'm going to make sure it's all the way up. First, there's a black there, so that's great. And I'm going to maintain sterile technique, wing this part back.
You have 13 something?
Okay, not touching it, I'm going to put the blue cap on. I'm just going to loosen the cap a bit so I can recalibrate a little bit. I'm not going to touch it. Okay, now it's 25 mLs. So that's 25 mLs. I'm ensuring a sterile technique. I'm going to get rid of the air bubbles. Okay, so that's 25 mLs total that I have. I have my diluent. Now I'm going to make sure to mix my diluent to ensure that the medication from the vial and the mini bag has been mixed. Also, I'm going to make sure that there's no air bubbles. Whoop, that sprayed on me. Okay, now I'm going to make my label. For the purpose of the video, I've already made my label here. So I'm writing here my name, patient Erickson ear, drug name Penicillin G, dose is 2.5 ml units with volume of 5 ml, diluent 20 ml, normal saline with a concentration of 2.5 divided by 25, so that's 100,000 milligrams per milliliter. Date October 15, 19 is 9:30, and my name and designation. So I'm gonna put that behind my syringe where the it's not covering any of the markings to ensure that when I put it in the CIVA pump, I know it's running at the right infusion rate. And now I'm gonna gather my supplies. So I have here my MAR, my syringe. I also have my secondary tubing mini, and I'm also going to grab some alcohol swabs. I also have my tape with me for my IV tape and a pen for writing on my MAR. Okay, I'm going to go in my patient's room. I'm going to bring my MAR with me here. Here's my do my hand hygiene, make sure to do a quick bedside safety check, ensure that there's no clutter on the floor, the patient's not in distress, the bed's at the lowest position, and the side rails are up. I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, Miss Erica. My name is Kim Lontoc. I'm your student nurse today. I'm going to give you your medication, but first of all, can I look at your arm side? So I'm checking the arm side to look at the IV side for any pain, redness, or inflammation. While I'm here, I'm also comparing my MAR to their armband. So I'm just checking for their name, their FIN number, their date of birth, their doctor, and their allergies. Can you please verbalize your name and birthday for me? Okay, great. And do you have any allergies that we should be aware of? Okay, and you said shellfish. Now, while I'm here as well, I'm checking the IV tube. There's no clean seclusions. All the clamps are on, and the CIVA pump is working efficiently as well. It's not broken or anything. Now I can go on to my second med check because, my third med check because we already got the verification from the patient. So I have here comparing my medication syringe. Right patient, the patient verified Erica. Right medication Penicillin G. Right dosage is 2.5 million units, which we have in here. Right route is IV. We have the syringe and the CIVA pump is working, and the right time frequency is every 6 hours. So we're going to give it now. Now we're going to give our patient education. So hello, Miss Erica. I'm here to give you your Penicillin G. Penicillin G is an antibiotic used to treat your pneumonia caused by bacterial infection. So some side effects you can experience is dehydration due to electrolyte imbalances, any rashes, hypersensitivity, so any allergic reactions as well as if you experience any seizures, please let us know. You'll have your call bell enraged for us to call us. At this point, the patient can refuse. Would you like to take this medication today? Yes, so they did refuse. Now I can go ahead and prepare my items. So I'm going to very carefully doing sterile technique. I'm going to make sure I'm not touching my ends of my cords and everything. So I'm going to unwing this. Okay, and then this is the port I want to attach it to. So I'm going to take out my blue cap, and first I'm going to forward prime. I'm not touching this. It's a little tricky.
I'm back. So I'm going to be checking with this vial since it is full. So what I'm wanting
Okay, maintaining sterility. I'm gonna hold this.
40 milligrams. So this is 10 milligrams. So that works.
Okay, and with this one, I'm gonna forward prime. So I'm going to make sure that there's a bleb. I'm not touching this. Okay. Carefully. I see the bleb. One bleb. Awesome. I'm gonna recap it. Now I'm going to set it up. So I'm gonna bring my alcohol swab and as well as my IV tape with me. I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I put it to the port closest to the patient because I want it to be regulated by the CIVA pump. And swab for 30 seconds, and dry for 15. I'm also using this port because the patient is not using a IV push medication. Maintaining sterility. Okay. And I'm just going to cap it to make sure I'm not accidentally plunging or infusing the patient. Okay, I'm going to set it up with my CIVA pump. I'm going to slide her. And I'm ensuring that it's at the 60 minutes as indicated. So it's leveled with the plunger and it's at the right time. I'm going to press start and waiting for the green to let us know that it's actually infusing. There's no kinks. Everything is unclamped, so I'm unclamping that. I'm going to put my IV tape, which I have here, with my name designation and the time given. This lets the other nurses know when the IV tube can be changed to prevent complications such as allergic reaction, bacterial contamination, which can cause infection, and all that sort of thing. So I've gotten that. Now I'm going to stay with the patient for a couple minutes, make sure that they've gotten their medication, it's fusing right, they're not experiencing any adverse reactions, assessing the IV site for pain, redness, or inflammation. And now that we've done that, I'm just going to document in my MAR that I've given it. So my name and designation with the time as well. And then I'm going to make sure to come back with a 3 ml normal saline for flushing. This ensures that the patient is getting the entire dosage of their medication as indicated by their MAR. And I do the same thing, put in the CIVA pump, press start, make sure it's running appropriately, there's no kinks, obstructions, the IV site looks good, doing a bedside safety check, making sure the bed is lower position, the side rails are up, there's no clutter on the floor, the patient not distressed. I'm letting the patient know about the side effects such as the hypersensitivity, allergic reactions, rash, and headache and nausea. So if you experience any of those, let us know, and that should be good.